Hi there, my name's Terry Rose from Southern Cross University. We are at a pasture dieback trial site at Alstonville in Northern New South Wales. So if you come in here, you can see this is broadleaf paspalum, which is our main indicator species. There's been mealybugs present here for the last few weeks, and you can already see the characteristic purpling and dying of leaves. Over the next month, we expect that the whole plants will actually die off. So it's only just starting in our main indicator species, and we can now go and have a look, and we'll check some other plots and see what's happening in them. Here we have a plot of Mekong brysantha. So Mekong brysantha isn't grown commonly around here. It's a tropical grass, so it's pretty sensitive to cold, so it'll frost off in winter. There seems to be some association between dieback and a large amount of biomass. So in some of our plots, we're letting the biomass build up to see if we can encourage the mealybug and the disease to come in. So this is our high grazing pressure plot, and as you can see, there's no sign yet of any symptoms of dieback. We actually haven't seen any symptoms of dieback in this species at any trial site in any of our treatments yet. So far, the Mekong brysantha appears to be very tolerant, at least in Northern New South Wales, to pasture dieback. Alright, so here we are in a plot of Soteria. Soteria is generally moderately tolerant to dieback, and we've yet to have seen it completely fall over in our plots, but you can see it does develop some symptoms. So we've built up some biomass to see if we can get dieback in here. Typical purpling that you see on the bottom leaves. Whether or not it ends up spreading it and killing any of these plants, we don't know, but it's at least starting to creep in. Alright, here we are with a plot of signal grass in front of me, and this is our high pressure grazing for signal grass, and to my right is our low pressure grazing, and behind me we have a low pressure grazing of Rhodes grass. Signal grass, we've yet to have seen any symptoms of any of our trial sites on the north coast in signal grass, whether that's keeping it fairly short or whether we let it get long. We did spot a few mealybugs in there last week, but no signs of dieback. Similar for Rhodes grass, we do see symptoms on Rhodes grass in producer paddocks around the place, but at this trial site at the moment, there's no signs whatsoever of dieback yet. Here we're in a lazuli cocksfoot. Cocksfoot's not typically grown in this region either. We are trialling it because it's fairly tolerant to acid soils, which we've got mildly acidic soils. This has now been in the ground for 2 years, so it still persists under dieback. We've yet to have seen any symptoms of dieback on it, so it's hanging in there, and it's probably hanging in better than some fescues that we also trialled. So behind me is what was a fescue plot, fescue, and it has slowly been taken over by volunteer tropical grasses. And in this case, this is the broadleaf paspalum that's re-emerged. It's pretty much between it and other volunteer tropical grasses, they've pretty much swamped out the fescue at this site. But you can see here, symptoms just starting to emerge in our broadleaf paspalum. So that's a good thing, because we want to check out how it behaves on all our other plots. When we do find a fescue plant in here, there's still a few surviving. So even though it's been well and truly out competed, you'll see the purpling in here, it's all the broadleaf paspalum. So this is a broadleaf paspalum. That's what's happening. This is one of the few remaining fescues. It doesn't seem to be affected. So while fescue may not be a great fit at this particular site, simply because it gets out-competed by our tropicals, the site does suggest that fescue is probably pretty tolerant, well, so far at this stage. So fescue in other regions where it actually performs well, seems that it will hold up against dieback.